Moonfall is directed by Roland Emmerich, and it stars Patrick Wilson, Halle Berry, and John Bradley. Ah, yes. A Roland Emmerich film. If you're not a huge movie nerd like me, you've probably seen a lot of Roland Emmerich films and you don't even know it. Let me just read off some of his movies. We got Independence Day, Godzilla. Not gonna lie, the 1998 Godzilla is kind of a guilty pleasure for me. The Patriot, probably one of his better films. The Day After Tomorrow, another guilty pleasure of mine. 10,000 BC, 2012, White House Down, Independence Day Resurgence, Midway, which I haven't seen but I've heard good things about, and recently, of course, Moonfall. The guy's kind of got a knack for disaster movies with insane budgets. And before I talk more about Moonfall, shout out to Lionsgate for sending me a copy of it on 4K. I'm gonna be 100% honest with this movie, but I gotta admit, the care package they sent me for this film was pretty sick. You can see all the stuff I got here, which includes a giant inflatable moon. Like, that's awesome. That's how you market a movie. But now to the actual review of the film. This is like the definition of a turn your brain off movie, if you ask me. I mean, the CGI looks pretty damn good because of the budget, but story-wise, I mean, this movie doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's centered around the whole idea that the moon is hollow, and it's actually a Dyson sphere, I think, which is a machine that harnesses the power of a dead star. But this movie commits to this idea, and that is one of the saving graces for it, is that it is watchable because it commits to its ridiculous concept. We've also got these, like, random nanobots that are just, like, killing astronauts in this movie. They don't really talk a whole lot about that. They're just like, yup, it's a thing. I will say Patrick Wilson is giving a legit performance. He's doing the best with what he's got, as well as Halle Berry and John Bradley. Can't say the same about some of the other actors in this movie, but there was plenty of explosions and anti-gravity to keep me entertained. I think if you go into this movie knowing that it's not supposed to make sense, it's just supposed to be ridiculous and an excuse for things to blow up, and like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's somewhere in between, but again, it's totally watchable. And if I wanted to throw something on in the background, that's definitely a viable option. We don't get a whole lot of movies like this anymore. It definitely feels like a 2000s ass movie. And if you haven't watched it, I think knowing what it is gonna help you enjoy it more. There's definitely some cringy moments, and it's like so cringe that it's funny, you know? But one other thing to keep in mind is I think Roland Emmerich has made better films. And so stacked up against his other films, this one is definitely towards the bottom of the list. But it's a fun, ridiculous watch, and I'm gonna give Moonfall a 4.5 out of 10. So slightly below average, but better than Morbius. And on a serious note, there has been a lot of articles that I've seen saying that this movie killed a genre because its poor box office performance. And I have to agree. I think these studios are going to look at Moonfall and they're going to decide to not put as much money into these disaster films or just not make them altogether. And that's sad. I mean, I grew up watching these movies. But let me know down in the comments, what did you think of Moonfall? What's your favorite Roland Emmerich film? For me, it's a tie between Day After Tomorrow and The Patriot. And if you guys like these reviews, you want me to keep making them, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one. Stay tuned for more movie and TV show reviews. Doctor Strange 2 is only a few days away. And also, guys, if you want to go a little bit more out of your way to support my content, use GFUEL code DannyD. That'll save you 10 to 30% off at gfuel.com. I highly recommend raspberry iced tea. That's been my go-to flavor lately. But if that doesn't sound good to you, I do have a catalog of flavor reviews on this channel. And if you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, be sure to comment the word Moonfall, because if I see the word Moonfall, I know you watched the whole thing and you're a real one. Well, that's it for today, guys. As always, stay safe, be nice to each other out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!